Hey, Viola Rules here, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony. So, in the last episode, Monokuma joined our party and is now helping us to defeat Kokichi, not because he's the Blackened, but because Kokichi thought that he could usurp the role of mastermind, and Monokuma's not going to let that fly. Of course, the others aren't really that thrilled about it, but I'm happy about it. I think it's cool that Monokuma's sort of being forced to work with us, but is more than willing to just to teach Kokichi a lesson.
Going to do it anyway.
Let's just ignore Monokuma. His actions are always beyond comprehension.
Yeah! Let's just focus on the case!
Sounds good to me.
Hey, be quiet so we can ignore you.
Now, where should we start? We've already established what Kokichi is after.
He's just gonna keep talking anyway, isn't he?
Yes.
In my experience, whenever you learn a new fact, you learn something else along with it.
Yes, let's look for that.
That's a good place to start.
You warmed up to him real fast. I guess you are both robots.
So another truth comes out. That piece of evidence makes more sense now. That piece of evidence? Which one? The evidence that I couldn't wrap my head around. Wait. The evidence that you couldn't wrap your head around?
This is it!
Okay. Yeah, I figured we'd be coming back to the murder video.
Being crushed by the hydraulic press.
Yeah, we need to take a closer look at it.
Kokichi said that he filmed that video to prove he was not the victim. But we know that Kokichi was trying to mislead Monokuma. So what about the video? It's pretty strange to present evidence that condemns you after all.
Right.
Then what kind of mistake was Kokichi trying to get me to make?
Maybe he crushed Kaito with the hydraulic press, so the cause of death would be unknown? But if that were the only objective, there would be no need to film it.
True.
Discovering the crushed body would have been enough. No need to show us the film.
That's true.
Apparently my mom is watching something that is extremely funny. Sorry about that.
I guess you're starting to fit in after all. If you get any cuter, I'm gonna hug you.
Really?
There must be a reason you went out of your way to show us the body being crushed.
No reason, really. That's just my twisted personality.
Sure. You're lying again, Kokichi. There's a method to your madness. If you wanted Monokuma to make a mistake, then showing us the video, it must have something to do with trying to fool Monokuma. Taking the video of the murder, but keeping the victim's identity hidden. What does it show? What doesn't it show? Oh, Hangman's Gambit, what? It can't be identified even after watching the dead body footage. I'm not entirely sure. Victim? Who the victim is? Yeah, I guess it still is unclear. What? Yeah, I'm also a little bit confused. Is it even possible? No, that's a question for later. For now, we know that.
Show the moment of Kaito's death. Of course it would lead us to believe he died. Even if we can't positively identify the body, we would still believe Kaito was the victim.
Okay.
That might be exactly the mistake Kokichi was going for.
Does that mean the victims were switched?
Switched?
What?
Then it was some other dead body that got crushed by the hydraulic press?
That somehow looks exactly like Kaito? This doesn't even make any sense.
There should be plenty to choose from if you reuse the body of a former victim.
But, okay, taking from the first game, I guess, but...
If there was an unknown body, then we could guess the victim was switched. But too bad! Switching the victims was impossible. The footage showed the body being crushed. When in the footage would they have been able to switch the victim? And we already established that the footage was not doctored in any way. The camera doesn't have any editing functions. Just play, record, and pause. Monokuma also said that no computer was used to edit the footage. Remember?
That's not what he said. What he said was that the footage was not found on any of the computers in the school.
Damn it! Man, my big mouth!
But, yeah, I guess basically that was
Switching out the
correct.
victim would not be possible. Also, if the victim was switched, then that would mean Kaito is still alive.
Actually, now that I think about it, when we were doing the experiment with Kibo, even though the hydraulic press went all the way down, he did have enough time to roll out of the way.
We already discussed this so many times. The chance of that happening is impossible.
It might be possible.
Huh?
There could be a trick to make the switch possible. We just haven't noticed it yet.
Oh, and what trick is that?
Yeah, I'm curious too.
See? You don't know, do you? I already said it's impossible.
Maki's not wrong. There is a way it could be done. So we can't just give up here.
Hey, Shuichi. I'll think harder about this as well.
Well, thank you for your assistance,
So,
Maki.
can you confirm whether or not the victims switch places? If Kaito is alive or not?
Maki.
I don't like the thought that I killed Kaito. I don't want that.
Okay then. Let's talk about the possibility that Makiro mentioned.
Maki roll.
If you call her that again...
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
Okay. She likes the nickname now.
Then let's all talk it over together.
Together. And don't forget, you're not alone. Don't try to do everything yourself. It's only gonna wear you out. When times are hard, you gotta rely on your friends.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Jeez, you guys are a stubborn bunch. There's no trick.
That's probably another lie.
Probably.
If the victims were switched, then that would mean the footage was altered. It could
Somehow.
have been altered when we know that the footage wasn't edited.
If we could figure that out, maybe we'd know how they switched places. I knew there was a trick to that video the whole time. Kokichi made it, so it's 100% suspicious.
I love that that's the only reason why. A trick to that video. What could it be? What's suspicious about it? To be completely honest, I don't know. Hydraulic press, Kaito's coat, murder video.
Trick to that video.
That's what you all gotta figure out.
There is no trick. You can check, but there's no editing function in that camera.
Did the placement of that camera seem suspicious to any of you? The filming angle seemed unnatural, don't you think?
The person in that
Filming
video.
angle?
Was it really Kaito?
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic press stopped for a brief moment.
Could it be that the video was shot at another location?
Any other
No.
bright ideas? Come on, everybody, speak up!
I feel like someone said something that gives us a clue. Yeah, I felt it too. If we put our heads together, we can find a hope. We won't fall into despair. There's no way that it was filmed at another location. That's not it. Like, I did mention, though, that the fact that the hydraulic press stopped for a second, that was suspicious a little bit. So, does that mean that the hydraulic press was stopped, the recording was stopped at the same time, then the body was moved, and then something else was put under it that splattered? That's the only thing I can think of.
Something seemed off about that video to me. When the hydraulic press...
I agree. Kibo is onto something. Isn't it weird that the hydraulic press stopped for a second?
Yeah, it shouldn't have.
Because when Kibo and I first investigated that hydraulic press,
Oh, it didn't stop.
Yes, that's right. The hydraulic press kept lowering itself without stopping.
So there was an edit somewhere. There's suddenly a jump cut between the part where it stops and it going down on whoever the victim was.
The hydraulic press stopped briefly, right before it crushed the body?
But why would it stop?
Because the emergency stop was pressed. Why did the press stop? There's only one reason I can think of. Oh, okay, apparently we have to do this. Let's start here. It seems like a good place to begin. What's this? I can't tell. Oh, I don't think that is anything. I think that's just the background. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Now, how do I configure this so that I can get to it without having to break too many of these blocks?
I see it.
Nice.
The only way to stop the hydraulic press is the force stop button.
An electro bomb went off in the hangar, which would have interfered with the safety function. There'd be no way to stop the hydraulic press unless someone used the force stop button.
When you say someone, you mean Kokichi, right? He was the only one there.
Right.
Actually, maybe I pressed it by accident. I don't really remember.
What do you mean you don't remember?
The press only stopped for like a sec. You can't switch the victim in such a short time, can you?
That's true.
There's also the question of how the bodies got switched while the camera was rolling. That would have clearly been caught on camera.
While the camera was rolling.
Oh, I see. It wasn't just the press that stopped.
Huh?
Yep, it was the recording too.
If you stop something else at the same time you stop the hydraulic press.
Yes, I see it now. That's how the bodies were switched. If you stopped that, you could have swapped the bodies easily. Really? I have to do a mind thing for this too? Really? Where's the stupid video camera? Okay, it's obviously not over there. Nope, that's not it. Where is it? Aha! Found it.
I see it.
I really like this class trial.
At the same time as the hydraulic press. Then, while the camera was off, they switched the body under the hydraulic press. After the body was swapped, the press and the camera were started simultaneously. So it just looks like the press stopped for a moment.
So then, who was actually underneath the hydraulic press then?
That's what I've been saying this whole time.
You didn't say that though.
So they stopped at the same time. The camera position did seem odd to me. But now I get it. The trick wouldn't work unless it was set up there.
Exactly.
Why?
Because with the camera angle like that, you wouldn't be able to see who the victim was when the camera
To
restarted.
get the trick we just described to work, the camera had to be set up precisely.
Let's pin that down. Where was the camera set up? It was set up here, right? Set up right next. Oh, God. Nope, that's wrong. That would be a pretty close angle, but you couldn't press the switch from there.
Oh no!
Wait, what?
There!
Oh, okay.
The video camera must have been set up somewhere around here.
Right, because it had to be near the control
To operate
panel.
the press and the camera at the same time, it would have to be near the switch.
That's why the video was taken from that unnatural angle. If they were recording it like normal, they would have used a better angle.
And if it was recorded at such an odd angle, then that proves the trick was used.
Camera angles, huh? Looks like your cosplayer experience is finally useful. Cosplay doesn't really come up all that much in class trials.
Oh,
There was a
well,
reason the camera was set
that's
up,
not what she
and
meant.
also a reason for the height.
Right, so the face would be obscured.
When the press was stopped, you couldn't really see who was inside it, correct? That was intentional.
Correct.
The body is mostly hidden by the press, making the swap easier.
The camera must have been placed at such a high position, so it would produce that angle.
I wonder if they used that tripod in the hangar to adjust the camera's height.
Did they get that from the warehouse too? Jeez, that place is like a 4D pocket.
I don't even understand what that
You don't get
means.
to make that reference.
I guess that's a reference to something that I don't get.
Logic is correct, right? Kokichi used that video angle trick and switched the victim in the hydraulic press. In that case, Kaito is...
Before he was crushed by the press, he was swapped with a different body.
But whose?
Kaito's still alive!
Well, I don't know about that, because how? He was poisoned, right?
Well, wait just a minute.
What? But I just summed it up so nicely.
Himiko, the different body you mentioned, what are you talking about?
The bodies from the other cases. Kokichi's the mastermind, so he...
Well,
Wait, the mastermind?
Yeah, Kokichi isn't the mastermind, so... I don't think he'd be able to produce a body to switch out.
What?
wait, what?
Monokuma, do the rules allow for a body to be reused?
Very well, I'll answer that.
You're giving in pretty easily.
Well, it's crucial information to make the trial fair. This discussion is pointless if it's not clear what the culprit was allowed to do, right?
Right.
You're a convenient mastermind, but I guess that makes defeating you worth my time.
Now then, regarding the reuse of a dead body. That is impossible! All the dead bodies have already been thrown away.
Okay. Thrown away where?
Thrown away?
The other bodies are... gone? Then who did Kaito switch places with?
Kokichi and Kaito were the only ones in the hangar at that time. If they were the only ones present during the body swapping trick, then the real victim was... It's probably wrong. Oh, that's right. Other person in the hangar. What? If it wasn't an old body, it could only be...
What's wrong, Shuichi? Who did Kaito switch places with?
Maki, I think I missed something very important here.
Something important?
If I have the timeline right, there were only 2 people in the hangar at that time. Which means that something had to have been decided before. I have to pin that down. Can't let anything escape me this time. Another Hangman's Gambit? Now what do you want? How were the bodies swapped if only 2 people were in the hangar? Oh, this is a long one, too. How were the bodies swapped? Let's see. Let's look at the letters that I have to work with. I'm seeing a lot of similar letters from when I did the last one. Is victim the first word? Victim. Oops, wrong thing. I thought that was an M. My bad. Victim. The victim did what? Wait. Victim helped? My God. I really do find ways to just take unnecessary damage during these trials. The victim helped. What does that mean?
I can't believe I overlooked this.
Hmm?
What do you mean? There were only 2 people in the hangar at the time the bodies were swapped. Which means they were working together.
Huh? Working together?
The only 2 people involved in the swap were the victim and the culprit. The the culprit was operating the camera and the hydraulic press, while the victim lay inside.
Okay.
If they switched places while the press and the camera were stopped...
Wait, what?
The person who turned the camera and the press back on was the original victim.
Wait. Are you saying Kaito crushed Kokichi then?
Simply, both people operated the press and camera at different times. An impossible trick, unless the victim and culprit agreed to cooperate beforehand.
Actually,
Cooperated? Is that even possible?
you know what? It makes sense why the culprit is in the Escascal now. Because whether or not they showed themselves, their injuries would give them away. I think, maybe. I might be overthinking it a little bit.
It sounds bizarre, but perhaps that was the whole point. Commit a crime that was so confusing, even Monokuma would be tricked.
Jeez, this culprit's a real jerk. Have you realized who done it yet?
I think so. The culprit of the case. If my detective work hasn't failed me, the culprit inside that Escascal. It can only be them. Wow.
The apparent victim we saw in the video was Kaito, which means Kokichi was operating the hydraulic press and camera at first. If the two of them switched while the press was stopped, then the culprit who started the hydraulic press again and crushed Kokichi.
Wait, so Kokichi sacrificed himself?
Must be Kaito. So, the person inside that exosol isn't Kokichi. It has to be Kaito.
What did you say?
So the culprit for this case is Kaito Momota. That is what the ultimate detective has deduced, right?
Correct.
Kaito
Right.
is the culprit? What? You're joking, right? You can't be serious.
I don't want to believe it either, but it's the only way any of this makes sense.
Yeah.
My detective work has led me to the conclusion that Kaito is the culprit.
Now I get the feeling that somebody's going to want to fight us over this.
Is that true?
You know, other than doing the argument armament.
Hey, answer us! If you really are Kaito, then...
I'm the culprit.
What? What? Huh?
There's just no way that Kaito can still be alive. Because I'm the culprit.
I'm sorry, what?
You? But didn't you say...
I saw it with my own eyes. Kokichi drank the antidote that he stole from Kaito. There's no doubt Kaito died. And he died because of my poison arrow.
Why? I guess she's doing this because she wants to protect Kaito so he doesn't get executed.
But you told us you didn't want to kill Kaito and...
Yes, I never wanted to. I wanted to believe that I didn't kill him.
I guess we have to prove to her that Kaito somehow survived.
But the truth speaks differently. In the end, I was just running away from the facts.
The only thing that makes sense to me is that Kaito's illness, whatever it is that's been making him cough up blood this whole time, it made him immune to the poison that was in the arrow. Maybe, I don't know. Or somehow they got a second antidote.
I don't understand.
Maki, are you trying to protect Kaito? If he's the culprit, you're trying to help him get away?
There was only one antidote, so it's more likely he died from my poison arrow. This is the truth.
No, it's not.
Decided yet. I could have still killed him with the hydraulic press. Either way, those are the two options. Monokuma knows the answer, right?
Huh? Are those the only options?
I guess that's how things turned out.
No, that can't be. The person in that exisal is...
It's not Kaito. I saw Kokichi drink the antidote. There's no mistake. Kaito is dead. I killed Kaito.
But
There's absolutely no doubt. That's the truth.
Unless Kokichi actually didn't drink the antidote, he just pretended to and then gave it to Kaito. And then, since he was gonna die anyway, he let Kaito crush him with the press. I thought so. Maki is trying to protect Kaito. I understand how she feels, but if Kaito is the culprit, why did he agree to Kokichi's plan? I can't imagine that Kaito would do something so selfish. There must be a reason for it. I truly believe that. But I have to get to the bottom of this before I can uncover that truth.
But, Maki, you don't know for certain that Kokichi drank the antidote.
What?
You saw him drink it right in front of you, but you couldn't confirm he actually did it. So maybe there's another possibility.
What are you talking about?
Oh, that explains the bottle of poison that we saw in the bathroom. I think maybe Kokichi drank that and tried to make it seem like he took the antidote that Maki had thrown through.
Impossible. That's impossible. There is no other possibility. I killed Kaito.
Ooh, argument armament. Let's do it.
Kaito.
Nice art.
You're the one who's wrong. He died from my poison arrow. There's no other possibility.
Oh. Oh, she has, like, tricky stuff where it's corrupted. Oh, no.
I killed Kaito. You're the one who's wrong. He died from my poison arrow.
Oh.
It doesn't matter what you say. I'm telling you, this is the truth. But you keep getting in the way. You're so goddamn annoying.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you
Whoa.
say. I'm telling you, this is the
Let's...
truth. I was at the scene. So I know I'm not wrong. I'm sorry I kept quiet till now. I wanted to believe I didn't kill him. But I won't run away from the truth anymore.
Oh, God.
I know what I saw. I was at the scene.
I'm gonna activate my power here.
So I know I'm not wrong. I'm sorry I kept quiet till now. I wanted to believe I didn't kill him. But I won't run away from the truth anymore.
My
I
God.
know what I saw. I was at the scene. So I know I'm not wrong. I'm sorry I kept
Oh,
quiet
God.
till now. I wanted to believe I didn't kill him. But I won't run away from the truth anymore.
Okay, she's almost dead.
Because I know what I saw.
By that, I mean this minigame is almost over.
So I know I'm not wrong.
One more hit. Final blow.
Saw Kokichi drink the antidote.
Pretended to drink the antidote.
Here.
I love how I can guess stuff before it's actually revealed.
Kokichi just pretended to drink the antidote. He didn't actually drink it.
Okay, and with that revelation, I'm going to leave this episode here. This trial is getting really, really interesting so far. But if you guys enjoyed this video, give it a like. Also be sure to like my Facebook page and follow me on Twitter, as well as support my Patreon and check out my reaction channel. All those links will be in the description below. And subscribe for more. And if you are subscribed or you subscribe right now, be sure to hit that bell icon so you're notified when I upload videos. This is Viola Rules, signing off. Talk to you later.